Here are the top reasons, or 3 reasons, why people struggle eating red meat on a carnivore diet, on a ketogenic diet, on a low-carb, high-fat diet, on any diet. So let's get into it. Welcome everyone to my lovely crazy life, where I'm meal prepping right now because I'm going to be speaking at a retreat with Kelly Hogan and Sean Baker. Yeah, so I'm going against all my recommendations, and I'm meal prepping and doing workout videos at night for my course group, because I run a monthly subscription course where I cover all 3 diets. But let's get into the subject of the whole meat thing. Okay, a lot of you doing a carnivore diet or even a ketogenic diet eat a lot of beef. I do consultation after consultation, and I keep seeing on people's fill-outs, beef, beef, beef. I get it. A lot of you guys are bored with chicken. Fair enough. It's high in omega-6, not super nutrient dense, has a lot of potassium. Okay, check. Yeah. Unless you eat the organs, of course, because chicken, heart, and liver, amazing. Okay. The beef, the cow. A lot of you guys are experiencing, unfortunately, high iron, high B12. Why? Why do you have high iron? Now, I mentioned this, I believe, in my last video. You have leaky gut. You're not absorbing the iron from your bloody steak. I know. So these are some of the biggest problems I see with people eating a ton of red meat. B12 starts shooting up too high. Iron starts shooting up too high, and dangerously high. And then when you add organ meats on top of that, oh my goodness. Okay. If you are not absorbing iron or B12, this can create, unfortunately, dangerous health issues. I know. So you're doing a carnivore diet to fix the gut so you can absorb these foods. That's just one arena there, is the leaky gut. But then you have to think about, why are people struggling? I mentioned also in this last video, because of protein loss. A lot of you guys you're not absorbing protein. Again, leaky gut. What do? You need to rotate. You might have to go and find other types of meats. Now let's divide it into 2 camps. We've got the I don't absorb B12, and like I mentioned in this previous video, the whole protein loss, the high iron, the high B12, you must rotate. You must rotate. And that's why doing a moderate to low protein is so important if you have malabsorption. If you have leaky gut, or if you have issues with gout, kidneys, and believe it or not, this is a lot of you. But then we have the whole gallbladder problem. So there's several reasons why people cannot eat a lot of red meat. Now, the main reasons are the fact that people are developing hemochromatosis, high vitamin A from retinol, people, and the multivitamin. Toss the multivitamin. You don't need it. You can get your multivitamin from organs. But the most important thing to heal that leaking gut is to rotate your meats. Do it every 3 days. 2 meats each day, then rotate. You can even do 1 meat, but if you can do 2, let's say pork and beef, then you might want to do lamb and fish, and rotate every 3 days. The next thing that you want to do is boil your meat. Boil it. If you have leaky gut and you're having severe histamine reactions and or you are experiencing the high iron or the high B12, rotate, rotate, and rotate. That is so important. So one day you'll have a higher, you'll have liver or you'll have a steak, and the next day you'll have fish, if you can tolerate fish. Not everybody can. To make this very simple, the main thing that you want to do, the two main things you want to do is you want to rotate and you want to boil if you have histamine intolerance. If you have high B12 or high iron, you want to rotate, right? If you have high B12 and high iron, but you have no histamine, rotate. If you have histamine intolerance, rotate and boil. Pretty darn simple. We want to drive ketosis, so moderate to low is always going to help the gut if you have hypochlorhydria or if you have issues with high uric acid levels. Eat a lot of fat, over 200 grams, cut down your protein, and rotate your meats, boil your meats if you're having histamine. If you don't have a histamine issue, you can just pan fry them. You can grill them. You can put them in the oven. Doesn't matter. Or you can eat it raw. That's your choice. And yes, you're going to get more nutrition in raw meat than you would cooked meats. But then there's the whole parasite issue and bacterial issue. And I've done a video on this before, all the different types of roundworms and pinworms you get in meats that are raw. If you're not fresh, slaughtering your animals, then, you got to be very careful with raw meat. Yeah. Rotate, boil. I mean, I could go on. Source better meats, because that's a big reason why people are having histamine intolerance to their meats, to the red meats, because they're eating corn and soy-fed meats. That's another one. Yeah. You'll find yourself not having so much of a histamine response for those who've got severe mast cell when you have fresh, wet hung, sourcing your meats, rotated and stuck in the freezer. And you take it out the night before and you cook it instantly in the next morning. Don't eat it raw if you have histamine. That's just a clusterfuck waiting to happen. I said fuck, YouTube. Okay. I got to get ready for this retreat late at night. I know. Comment below. And the thing is, they're going to start rebuilding the house again. Not rebuilding, because that took a break. Now they're starting tomorrow, the day I got to go to a retreat. Fun times. I know. But maybe I'll do some videos at this retreat and see if I can get some of these people like Kelly and Sean to say hello. And I'm out. My Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic. My Facebook fan page is Stephanie the Business Person. I am 56 going on 57 and almost 17 years doing this whole ketogenic thing. And I got some other sucking energy. I don't know how, because I've been doing way too much today. And I'm out. Comment below and share this content.